Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a full upper limb stretching exercise after a stroke, and this includes for your neck, your shoulder blade, your shoulder, elbow, wrist and fingers. It's going to be a long video, so I'm going to break this video into parts of which body part I'm going to stretch. Ideally, you want to watch the entire video and learn all the stretches, but I know that some of you guys may not have the time or energy to do everything, so you can actually skip the parts in the timestamps listed below in the description. Welcome to Basically Physio. My name is Suresh and I'm a physiotherapist. Quick disclaimer, none of this replaces medical professional advice, and I do this in my personal capacity. So we're going to start off with the neck exercises for your upper limb stretching. So first thing I want you to do is just get yourself to do a massage over your upper trapezius area on the affected side. So using a stronger hand, you can just go ahead and massage over this region, or you can ask your caregiver to massage you over this area as well. So this is very good to just start to loosen up the area, get a bit of sensation input to your neck area, and then this will help you in your movements and your stretching in the time later on. So you want to do this for about 3 to 5 minutes as a warm-up. It may be quite tiring when you're doing it alone, so do give yourself regular breaks as you're doing these massages. So just go ahead and just use your hand in a cupping motion like this. Just keep pressing over your upper traps, which is basically this area here, above your shoulder blade and beside your neck, and just go towards the neck. You also want to incorporate a little bit of the neck area here and just get yourself a good massage for about 3 to 5 minutes. If you like, you can actually use hot water bags and also heat packs to go along in this area for about 5 to 10 minutes before doing a massage, and it will just help you to give a much more relaxing sensation, and sometimes this heat can also help to give you a better stretch eventually. Now that your massages are done, we are going to do a bit of neck rotation movements. So we're just going to rotate your head to the left and to the right, okay? So just go slowly. If you're having giddiness, then do it very slowly and keep your eyes open. Okay, so we're just going to go to the right side and then come as much as you can to the left, okay? So for the first 5 repetitions, you just want to do it as tolerated. Okay, you don't need to push the range all the way until to the end where you're stretching it out. Okay, so after that, what you want to do is you want to go to one side, and if you find that that is the range that you can go maximum, use your stronger hand to actually just push it further a little bit if there is no pain, and coming to the other side and just push it this way. Give a bit of pressure to just go into the direction of the push. So you may be wondering why neck exercises are important for upper limb stretching. This is because your neck muscles, most of it actually attaches to your shoulder also, and so stretching this out can actually help to improve a little bit of your shoulder mobility as you're doing these stretching exercises. That's why we're starting out the neck exercises. If you find this video useful, do consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and also signing up to my weekly newsletter, Rehab Recovery. So now that your neck rotations are done, we're going to go into neck side flexion. So it's basically this movement. Okay, so same thing, you just want to start off for a while, for about 5 repetitions, just going left and right. Don't need to go over the pressure and push it past the stretching point. Just go as much as your head allows you to, your neck allows you to. After 5 repetitions, then using a stronger hand towards the weaker side, you just want to push your head down this way to the shoulder of your weaker side. And come back here, and coming to this side, you just want to come here and pull this side, just to have a nice stretch over your affected side's upper trapezius area. Okay, so you want to do this rotation and side flexion movements with a bit of pressure for a total of 10 to 15 times each direction. Now, the most common thing that people after a stroke may have is a little bit of tightness over the upper trapezius area. So now I'm going to teach you a stretching technique called the PNF, okay? So I'm not going to follow exactly what this PNF model is, but I'm just going to show you some modifications that I do. So you want to take note that you want to hold the stretch for 6 seconds, and then there's going to be a contracting component for 6 seconds, and you just want to do this between 6 to 8 repetitions or sets, okay? So follow along in this video. So what's going to happen is, this is my weaker side. What I want you to do is your neck bends to the weaker side like this, okay? And hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now using a stronger hand, pull your hand to the stretching side, to the opposite side of the stronger side, and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and contract your neck towards the weaker side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And pull it to the stronger side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time, I'm going to show you. bending towards the weaker side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to the stronger side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you want to repeat it for about 6 to 8 repetitions or sets, and you want to do it for about 3 times a day if you can tolerate it. If you want to do, if you find that this is beneficial for you, then go ahead and do a little bit more longer. It's fine as long as there's no pain and you feel movement is getting better. So now coming to your shoulders, what I want you to do is a little bit of massage over the weaker side, upper trapezius area. This is similar to your neck stretching. Okay, when I first did the neck range of motion exercises, this is why we started off with the upper traps massage. Okay, so this is quite familiar with the upper traps, so this is my weaker side again. What I want you to do is focus on the front part of your chest here. This is called the pectorals area. Do a knuckle like this on your fist like this on your stronger side. And what I want you to do is just rub gently, not to really rub a lot of pressure on it, then it's going to be very painful. You can actually put a bit of lotion over this fist and just go and rub on this side of the pectorals area, just to loosen up the joints and the muscles in the area so that you can get a bit of range in your shoulder joint. Okay, so you want to try and just go in one direction, then after that you can swap directions. You want to do this for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, if there's too much of pain, then just ease off in the pressure, but if not, then go ahead and put as much pressure as you can tolerate. So next thing that we are going to do is you're going to grab your weaker arm. Your stronger arm is going to grab your weaker elbow this way, and your weaker arm, you're just going to place it over here in the crease of the stronger elbow, and we're going to go into a flexion movement. Okay, so you're just going to go this way as high as you can, but not beyond 90 degrees, because it's not really necessary to go beyond 90 degrees at this stage when you're just starting out. Okay, so you just want to do this for about 10 to 15 repetitions and about 3 to 5 sets if you can, just to get a bit of motion in the shoulder joint after the massage. Okay, so your stronger hand is driving the movement and your weaker hand is trying to help, but you can just follow along if there's not much of power here. Okay, just to loosen up the shoulder joint. So first is your flexion movement, next you're going to go into the abduction movement. Abduction is basically this movement. Okay, so same thing, cradle your elbow, the weaker arm, and you're just going to open this way and come back. Push to the weaker side and come back. Push to the weaker side and come back. If your arm is not opening as much as how my arm is opening, that's fine. You can just do as much as you can tolerate, and it's okay to just go small movements at this stage because you're just trying to get some mobility in the shoulder area. So the next movement that we're going to do in the shoulder is the rotation movement. Okay, you're going to focus a bit on the external and internal rotation. So for this, I want you to put your weaker elbow on your lap if you can, or you can actually put a pillow here if your arm is a bit more shorter, then rest your elbow on the pillow here, and your stronger hand is going to grab the weaker arm or the wrist here like this, and what we're going to do is just pull it in your shoulder this way and push it out this way. Okay, when you're doing this, you do not want your elbow to move. You do not want your elbow to be moving like this or forward like this. Okay, your elbow must be stuck to the either on your lap or on a pillow here, and you're just going to go a rotation movement in and out. You may not be able to go all the way out, that is fine, but just having a little bit of motion is better than nothing at all. Okay, so coming in and going out. Okay, so using a stronger hand to help you, going out and in. Okay, so you want to do about 10 to 15 repetitions on each direction of this. Okay, so the next stretch I'm going to do is going to help you with your shoulder flexion and also your mobility of your shoulder blade also. Okay, so first thing, I want to grab your weaker hand like this, or you can actually make it into a interlacing your fingers together. That's fine also. So I'm going to show the interlacing method. What I want you to do is, using a stronger hand, extend your shoulder this way out like this, and try to bring it up as much as high as you can. And what I want you to do is, imagine your shoulder blades at the back, they're going to protract outwards this way. Okay, so we're just going to go forward like this, like as if you're hugging someone, but now your shoulder is in this manner, and you're really going to reach forward like this and try to hug something, or even you can squeeze something in between your elbows here. Okay, so go up to a flexion range of motion where you can actually manage, and then using your shoulder blades, you're going to squeeze it forward. Okay, not squeeze it backward, but squeeze it forward. Okay, a kind of like deliberately doing a hunch, but this is what we call the protraction, and this is going to stretch out. You're going to feel the stretch at the center of your spine towards the area that is right beside your shoulder blades. Okay, So you're just gonna go this way and hold it for about 10 seconds if you can, and relax. Okay, so shoulder comes up like this, and protract your shoulders out this way. Hold it for about 10 seconds, and come back down. So for this, you just want to do about between 5 to 10 repetitions and see how much you can tolerate, because this can be a bit tiring when you're doing it at the start. Now the next joint that we're going to focus on is your elbow area. Okay, so before we start off with the elbow stretching exercises, what I want you to do is give yourself a little bit of a massage on the biceps area and also on the triceps area. Okay, so using a stronger hand, just do a little bit of pressing movement like this, especially for those of you who are very tight like this. This massage may just help you to relax this area a little bit so that it gets you ready to do your stretching exercises. Okay, so just put your arm like this forward, stronger hand, just go up and down. Okay, just massaging the back of your arm and also the front of your arm. So total you want to do this for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, just press and relax. Okay, so for the massages, you don't want to rush it. You don't want to do it in a very fast manner. You really want to calm yourself down and relax and press gently. Make sure that there's not much pain when you're doing this, because if it's going to be painful, then the massage is going to defeat the purpose by causing you more pain. Okay, so just for 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll go on with the elbow exercises, stretching exercises. Alternatively, what you can do is actually you can put a hot water bag or a heat pack over your biceps area and also in your triceps area, and then after about 10 minutes of the heat application, then you can do your stretching exercises and also your massage after that. That will be actually a little bit more relaxing for your joints, especially if they're very stiff and tight. So after the massage, what you're going to do is you're going to grab your weaker hand. You're going to interlace the fingers. If not, then you're just going to grab the wrist like this. And what we're going to do is just reach out like this and bend. Okay, so for most of you, if you're not able to straighten your elbow all the way, that is fine. You do not need to straighten it all the way if you cannot. Just go as much as it allows you to. If this is the angle that it allows you, then that's fine. If this is the angle that it allows you to be able to be done for your stretching exercise, that's fine also. Just go out and in. Okay, out and in. Okay, you can actually put a pillow or a blanket over on your lap area, and then just rest your elbows and just do like this also, that's fine. But if you want to get your shoulders and your arm a little bit more active, then you can bring it out a little bit more and do this exercise like this. Okay. Okay, so you want to do this about 10 to 15 repetitions. You want to do for about 3 to 5 sets. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to focus on is stretching your biceps area. Okay, so for this, I want you to put your hand on a table like this. Okay, so sit close to the table, and I just want you to try and put down your hand like this, your stronger hand. Try to just straighten out your elbow like this, and you don't need to get it into a straight range of motion. It doesn't allow you to. As much as possible, get it to a point where you start to feel a bit of stretching on the biceps, and then hold it there for about 10 to 15 seconds. Ideally, you want to do for about 30 seconds times 3 or longer, but you just start off with 10 to 15 first, and then you can progress your way up and do a total of 5 minutes of stretching if you can. But you don't need to do one time 5 minutes, but you can break it up and total do about 5 minutes, okay? So these stretching durations are just a guideline, but ideally what you would want to do is you want to do a lot more repetitions of stretching, because most of the time tightness is what's going to affect a lot of people, and this is going to help. If you can stretch it out, it's going to help with your recovery and rehabilitation journey as well. So we're going to do a little bit of a different stretch now, the PNF stretching for your biceps area. So what's going to happen is you're going to put your stronger arm over on your forearm this way, and what I want you to do is try to activate your arm by bending your weaker arm like this, okay? And then your stronger arm is just going to resist the movement for 6 seconds. So go up this way while your stronger hand is pushing down your weaker hand, holding it there for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and after that, go ahead and put it on a table like this, or you can actually just put a pillow here, or if you can rest it on your lap, just stretch it out like this and feel the stretch over your biceps region, okay? So stretch it out for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, go ahead and bend your elbow up this way while your stronger hand is helping to resist the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stretching it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the stretching movement, you can actually put it on a table or on a pillow here, or if you're able to reach your thigh and your lap, then just stretch it out like this, okay? 6 seconds. And you want to do a total of 6 repetitions, 6 to 8 repetitions, and you can do it about 3 to 5 times in a day if it is not painful for you and you find it beneficial for you. Another way that you can stretch your biceps is if you are able to stand and if you are able to get your wrist into an extended movement like this. What I'm going to show you is on a tabletop like this, when you get into a standing position, if you can get your wrist, after you do a stretching exercise for your wrist, if you can get your wrist in a manner like this, okay, then you are going to be able to feel the stretch a lot more in your biceps area, and also it's going to help you in your wrist, also in your forearm. So if let's say your wrist range of motion is not able to go all the way back, right? If you can just move a little bit, then what I want you to do is just put it as much as you can and then bring your body forward like this. Okay, bring your body forward like this so that your wrist does not have to extend backwards. And from here, even if your elbow is bent like this, that's fine. Just lean your body backwards. Okay, lean your body backwards as much as your wrist allows and your elbow allows, and hold it there. Okay, this exercise is a little bit more advanced. You firstly need to have standing balance when you're doing this exercise, and also you need to have a certain degree of wrist extension because it really does push your wrist into a extended movement. But if you just want to try it out, what I want you to do is just put your hand like this and lean forward, okay, so that your wrist is not fully extended, and keep your elbow bent and just shift your body backwards like this until you feel a stretch enough for your wrist and also for your biceps, okay? If it's too painful, just ease off and go forward a little bit more. So if you can tolerate this stretch very well, it's going to be very useful for your wrists and elbows. And you want to do this and hold for about 1 minute if you can, 30 seconds to a minute. But you can also start off with 10 to 50 seconds at the start and build your way up to eventually 3 to 5 minutes of a total duration of stretching. So now coming to wrist movements, what we're going to do for the stretching is first you're going to massage your forearm all the way from the top of your elbow all the way down to here, okay, to the wrist area. So 3 to 5 minutes, just gentle massage over this portion, the upwards portion of your forearm. Okay, then after that, you also want to turn your wrist over and also do a little bit of massage over on the other side of the forearm. Okay, so total you want to do for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, you can also use your hand in a fist, put a bit of lotion or massage cream over, and just do a gentle stroking movement like this, up and down. Okay, so this you can also incorporate it into your 3 to 5 minutes and do it before you're doing your stretching. So on the front and also on the back. Okay, really focusing on all the way up to your elbow crease and all the way down to your wrist area this way. Okay, so for the wrist, there's going to be a few movements. So first is the up and down. This is called the extension. This is called the flexion. Okay, and then there's also the side to side movement like this. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a range of motion, helping your weak wrist and your tight wrist to actually do a little bit of motion just to lubricate the joints with the help of your stronger hand. So first thing, you want to grab your hand, put your hand in forearm in a manner like this, with your thumb facing upwards. Okay, then your stronger hand just going to grab at the palm area this side, and also your thumb is going to go over at the back of your wrist, so somewhere around here. Okay, just to use it as a pivoting point, just go ahead and just bend it upwards like this. So as you ease off, your wrist should flex down this way because it is likely going to be tight, so it's going to just come like this, bounce back. So you just want to push it backwards like this as much as you can. You can leave the fingers to be curling if it is, okay? We're not going to focus on the fingers just yet, okay? So you just want to go up like this, okay, for about 10 to 15, do it slowly, okay, just to get some movement in. Then after that, you want to turn your hand over and just bend it like this and extend it. So you want to use your hand, your fingers over at the top portion of your wrist, just bend it like this, and using your thumb at the bottom of your palm area, just pushing it back like this. Okay, it's going to be a little bit tricky. What you can do is you can put a towel or plastic sheet over on the table so as to reduce the friction. This is going to help you also. So now you're going to go flex this way, and using your thumb, you're going to bend it backwards like this. So the bending backwards is not the main movement we are looking out for, it is the flexing forward, okay, because you already did the bending backward. So just forward like this and relax. Forward like this and relax. You do not need to get full range of motion like this, that's fine, okay? Just simple movements just to lubricate the joint a little bit. Next is for your wrist side to side movements. So for this, you want to grab your hand like this, okay? Your stronger hand is grabbing your weaker hand like this and just going to go side to side. Okay, just go side to side. Each direction, you want to do it for about 10 to 15 times just to get the lubrication in. So now we're going to do a little bit of the PNF stretching. We're going to focus on the wrist extension movement, okay? So what I want you to do is using your fingers or even your hand, just block your hand, block your weak wrist like this. Try to bend your wrist down like this, okay? So your weaker hand, just try to bend your wrist down. Don't need to really go all the way down this way, okay? Just a little bit of contraction on the muscles for about 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then using the same way how you stretch your wrist into extension, go ahead and stretch it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And bend it this way down towards your stronger hand. Your stronger hand is resisting the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And your stronger hand now is going to bend it backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total you want to repeat this for about 6 to 8 repetitions or sets, and you can do it about 3 to 5 times a day. So now we are going to go into weight bearing exercise. Okay, so I showed you a glimpse of this during the elbow and bicep stretching exercise, but now we're going to go, I'm going to show you with a zoomed up version on my wrist here. So first, if you can get your fingers out and your wrist out like this, then this is the starting position. If you're not able to get it, then this exercise is not suitable for you. But for those of you who are able to get into a position like this, what I want you to do is just place it this way. So your hand and your forearm should be on the table now, and now I'm going to get you to stand up. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how I'm standing up. I believe you can observe it as I did it during the bicep stretching. What I want you to do is stand up, but your aim is to keep this touching the table. Okay, your forearm can lift up. Forearm is okay, but this portion should not lift up. So that's where you're going to get the stretch. So you can put your stronger hand over here like this, and as you stand up, okay, you see what's happening on my forearm here as it's coming up. It's going to urge you to bend to bring up the wrist like this, but your stronger hand is going to block it here, and you're just going to stand up and put some weight on it. Okay, so you do not need to go into a manner like this. Don't need to. At the start, even a position like this and you holding it down is going to give you a bit of a good stretch. So you want to hold it for about 30 seconds. If you're not able to hold 30 seconds, just start for about 10 to 15 seconds. And just work your way up. Total duration, I want you to try between 3 to 5 minutes in a day. Okay, so it's going to be a bit advanced because you firstly need to be able to stand up, and you're going to have to put some weight. And also, first, the most important thing is you need to open out your fingers out this way. So it's a bit of an advanced stretch. Try it if you can. If you're not able to, then don't worry. There are other stretches that you can do. Now, let's say when you're doing a wrist stretching, your hand is actually in a very tight position like this and it's really close to your body, then go ahead and check out this video that I'm going to link in the description or linking in the top right hand corner of this video to see what you can do to manage a much more tighter elbow, wrist and finger joint. So now coming to your fingers stretching, most of the time what they're going to find is that your fingers are all very tight this way, right? Curled up this way. So what I want you to start off with is actually just massaging over this area of your palm, okay? Just gentle massage over here, okay? And then, so total duration of massage is going to be 3 to 5 minutes. So you're going to start over this area, just gently going in between the finger spaces, the bones, and all the small little joints here. Okay, and then turn your hands out this way, and also just massaging over this area. So okay, so if your hand is like this in a fist, that's fine. Okay, wherever you can get the space to go in, just keep a little bit of a massage here. Okay, you can actually try to slide your hand into your finger area here and just give it a good massage for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so once you've done that, hopefully it actually helps to lubricate a little bit of the joints and get some tiny movements in. And main thing is actually for you to relax and get ready for the stretching exercises. So what we're going to focus on is actually for your wrist and your hand, right? Most of the time, if it is going to be extended manner, it's going to be very hard to stretch the fingers. So you want to bring it into a flex manner. So if you can just observe, right? If your hand is able to come down this way, what is going to happen is the fingers are going to relax a little bit more compared to when they are in this manner. They're just naturally going to tighten up even further. So just let your wrist come down this way. And as you put here, you get a little bit more of a range on your fingers, okay? So keep your wrist flexed this way. What I want you to start off with is the thumb, okay? So thumb, you're going to go up this way. Try to point a good sign like this. So we're going to try and open up the thumb, okay? So you can actually grab your thumb like this and try to just pull it backwards. So be very careful because this can be quite painful when you're first starting out. So you really just want to get a gentle range of motion in first and then try to stretch it to the point where it's able to tolerate. Okay, you do not want to push past the pain. If there's pain, ease off and just stretch it at that point. And you want to bring it up as much as you can. Hold it for starting for about 10 to 15 seconds. Work your way up to about 3 minutes in a total duration. Okay, so you can do 10 seconds and work your way up and add it up all towards a 3-minute stretch. Okay, so that's for your thumb. Now coming to your fingers, what I want you to do is turn your forearm this way. Okay, so turn your forearm this way. Your wrist is going to be in a neutral position. It's not going to be extended where it's going to be tight. If you want to put a layer of towels here to just give you a little bit of flexion in your wrist, then go ahead and do it because that can actually help to loosen up the fingers. But I'm just going to show you on the table like this first. Okay, so in this manner, if your fingers are like this, right, your forearm try to be on the table like this. Okay, what I want you to do is just try to go in between the fingers. Okay, so the fingers are a little bit tight. Try to pry your way into the spaces in between. Okay, using your thumb like this, and just try to straighten out as much as you can. Okay, if you're not able to get it here, that is fine. Most of the time you may not be able to do all the way until here like this so nicely. Just as much as you can, try to keep your wrist on the table, forearm on the table, and just try to pry open your fingers as much as you can tolerate. Okay, so if you want to do with your thumb also, what you can do is putting a 5-hand sign and just going to each of your fingers and your thumb and just trying to push it this way down like this and holding it there. Okay, so at the start it may be like this, but over time, hopefully over time with some regular stretching and potentially some medications or injections like Botox, you can actually get your hand and fingers out this way and open it up. And you want to hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds first and work your way up slowly all the way up to a 3-minute stretch in a total duration. Okay, not one shot, but total duration of 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you for watching, and do check out this video to have a full arm recovery workout after a stroke. And I'll see you in the next video.